Baba Yaga, the fairy tale witch. Have you ever wondered who the infamous Baba Yaga is, the witch of the East in Slavic folklore? Let's unravel this enigma together. Baba Yaga, a character steeped in mystery and intrigue, is a central figure in Slavic mythology. She's often depicted as a witch living in a peculiar hut that stands on chicken legs, nestled deep within the forest. Baba Yaga is a character of contradictions. At times, she's portrayed as a malevolent entity, a villain who strikes fear into the hearts of those who dare cross her path. Yet, in other tales, she appears as a misunderstood character, an eccentric old woman possessing knowledge of the mystical and supernatural, who can be an unexpected ally. Her character is as complex as the folklore that surrounds her, making her an enigma in her own right. Now, let us delve into the history of Baba Yaga to uncover her mysterious origins. The roots of Baba Yaga are buried deep in Slavic mythology. This enigmatic figure is as old as the Slavic culture itself, dating back to the early Iron Age, around the 1st century AD. Baba Yaga is not your typical fairy tale witch. She's a unique blend of light and dark, embodying the complexities of nature and existence. She is often portrayed as a haggard old woman who lives in a hut perched on chicken legs, deep within a forest. This forest, according to lore, is no ordinary woodland, but a liminal space, a threshold between the world of the living and the world of the dead. In her role as a witch, Baba Yaga is known for her cannibalistic tendencies, a common trait amongst witches in folklore. She's often described as devouring those who fail her tests or break her rules, symbolizing the harsh consequences of stepping out of line in a time when societal norms were strictly enforced. But it's not just her cannibalistic tendencies that connect her to death. Baba Yaga is also a psychopomp, a guide for souls transitioning from life to the afterlife. This connection to death isn't surprising when you consider that death was a constant companion in the ancient world. Baba Yaga's role as a psychopomp suggests a deeper understanding of life's cycle, and perhaps a hint of compassion. After all, guiding souls to the afterlife is not a job for the heartless. Despite her terrifying reputation, Baba Yaga also possesses wisdom. She's often sought out for her knowledge and advice, and while her methods are unconventional, she often imparts valuable lessons to those brave enough to seek her out. Her dual nature, both terrifying and wise, reflects the harsh realities of life and death in the ancient world. It's a reminder that life is not just about good and evil, but a mixture of both. It's about survival, wisdom, and understanding the cyclical nature of existence. While her origins are shrouded in myth and mystery, Baba Yaga's evolution through the centuries reveals a fascinating journey. Baba Yaga's presence is not confined to oral tradition. She has found a home in literature too. This enigmatic witch has been a staple in Russian fairy tales, with her character being portrayed in various shades of grey. Her portrayal has been diverse, sometimes as a villain, sometimes as a helper, and at times as both. This complexity is perhaps what makes her character so enduring and captivating. One of the earliest literary appearances of Baba Yaga is in the collection of Russian fairy tales compiled by Alexander Afanasiev in the mid-19th century. Here she is often portrayed as a terrifying old crone living deep in the forest, in a hut standing on chicken legs. She flies around in a mortar, wielding a pestle, and her fence is adorned with human bones. Yet despite her fearsome appearance and eerie dwelling, Baba Yaga is not always the villain. In some tales, she sets impossible tasks for the protagonist, only to help them when they display kindness, wit, or resourcefulness. In the story of Vasilisa the Beautiful, for example, Baba Yaga tests Vasilisa's bravery and virtue before giving her a magical doll that aids her in her journey. This portrayal of Baba Yaga shows her as a complex character, a gatekeeper of wisdom and magical help, rather than a mere antagonist. In other tales, Baba Yaga is a villain through and through, a cannibalistic witch who poses a great threat to the hero or heroine. In The Feather of Finis the Falcon, she is the wicked witch who curses the heroine and sets her on a perilous journey. These variations in Baba Yaga's character reflect the rich and diverse cultural contexts from which she originates. They show a character who is neither fully good nor fully evil, but a blend of both, embodying the unpredictability and harshness of life itself. Baba Yaga's complexity as a character continues to captivate audiences, transcending from folklore into the realm of literature. Baba Yaga's influence extends beyond literature, permeating into modern culture. This legendary Slavic witch has been resurrected in various forms, from video games to films and even in contemporary literature. She has become a cultural icon, bridging the gap between the ancient and the modern, the familiar and the uncanny. In the realm of video games, for instance, Baba Yaga often appears as a formidable antagonist. Her character, often shrouded in mystery and imbued with magical powers, provides a challenging and intriguing narrative for gamers. She's not just a character to defeat, but a puzzle to unravel, a mystery to solve. Then we have the silver screen. Films have portrayed Baba Yaga in various lights, from a terrifying villain to a misunderstood character with a tragic backstory. Her cinematic interpretations have shown the depth and versatility of her character, adding layers to an already complex figure. She has been shown as the big, bad, evil guy in multiple movies and television shows throughout cinematic history. But in other films, she has been depicted as a mysterious woman who even goes so far as to help the protagonist. In the 1973 Italian film, Baba Yaga, a young photographer finds herself under the spell of a beautiful woman who uses witchcraft to control her. This adaptation of the story of Baba Yaga shines in a completely different light to many other portrayals in fairy tales, books and films. The 2020 Russian film Baba Yaga, Terror of the Dark Forest, casts Baba Yaga as a malevolent being bent on kidnapping and ultimately consuming children. The story tells a tale of a young girl under the care of a strange nanny who goes missing. Her brother organizes a search party only to discover that the nanny is actually Baba Yaga. It's a terrifyingly dark horror story. And let's not forget her presence in modern literature. Authors continue to weave Baba Yaga into their narratives, often reinventing her character to fit the context of their stories. Whether she's a wise old crone, a terrifying witch, or a misunderstood outcast, Baba Yaga remains a compelling figure in contemporary storytelling. Her continued relevance and popularity in modern culture attests to the enduring fascination with her character. She represents a connection to a rich cultural heritage, a link to a past filled with myth and magic. So, who is Baba Yaga really? From the murkiness of Slavic mythology, she emerges a figure as complex as she is enduring. She's been painted in many lights, from a villainous hag to a helpful guide. Literature has embraced her, and modern culture too has woven her into its fabric. There's no single truth to Baba Yaga, and that's part of her allure. Whether as a villain, a helper, or a misunderstood witch, Baba Yaga's storied history continues to intrigue us, making her an enduring figure in folklore and beyond.